Welcome back. It's been a minute. Oh man, last 2 weeks been a very special 2 weeks um, for the sports world and for both of us personally. A lot of connections, a lot of ties everywhere. Um,
It's been a beautiful 2 weeks, man.
it's been a great 2 weeks, man. Let
Watch
me.
your dreams come true. You know what I'm saying?
I want to give a quick rundown because we could do a whole podcast about the last one or 2 days that happened in the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, the Celtics won Game 5. I don't think it was surprising at all.
No.
I think we did have a little shocker at the end to some people. Jaylen Brown, Finals MVP.
Mhm.
That's gonna have some great talks for the summer. I think in the next season coming up as well.
But I don't think anybody that's sitting here on either end of this computer was surprised. I mean, I feel like after damn near every game, I text you, even after he won the Eastern Conference Finals or
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Conference Finals MVP, I text you. I
Right.
said, now adding Finals MVP in a couple weeks, and then after every game, pretty much, I text you and was like, Finals MVP loaded until
For
Game
sure.
Five.
For sure.
Game 4 and 5, I was like, I think we
No,
might.
we
I
no, we
think.
gotta we gonna get into these basketball talks.
All right.
Um, for sure. What was that? I think it was last Monday. The Celtics win the championship. I want to talk personally about the scenes outside of TD Garden.
Yeah, because you were boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. This is real. I was doing some real journalism on
You said
Monday.
boots on the
12,
ground, heels.
12 o'clock in the morning, real journalism going on in the streets. In the streets, 100%.
Reporting live at 3:30 in the
Literally,
morning.
they shut the streets down, man. Um, And Boston is one of those cities that is not a turnt city by any means of the word turnt. Um, but we didn't get to the club till 2. We partied all the way till 6. Man, they had everybody in there.
Yeah,
Big.
what were the sights and sounds like in there?
Well, after a few hours, I couldn't see or hear. So I can tell you,
I definitely could believe. I mean, you wear glasses on a regular day.
that I couldn't see, couldn't hear. Oh man, it's just like personally, to see your brother reach the highest of the highs. Um, and you've known this guy for decades, and you see that, and you're there for that moment, and not watching it on TV. You're at the game, seeing it happen, and then after you're with him to celebrate, and I was able to tell him, man, that this is amazing. And he has so many supporters, because he's been a lot of places. He played at Berkeley, right? He went
Yeah,
to Wheeler. He played at Lilburn. He played at Tucker. He
had to
got
stop at
drafted
Mount
to
Vernon
Boston.
for summer.
So you know what I'm saying? Game elite. It's so many supporters,
Team Atlanta.
and I tell people, they're like, "Oh, tell Jalen this." I can't tell him nothing. I just told him though. Everybody is proud of you. A lot of people are proud of you. You know where you're from, where you grew up. But when I say that was a party for the ages, man, you know, everybody was in there loose, feeling good, just being
How
themselves. We can't speak on that. But everybody was
Uh,
just being themselves, man. No, no media talk. You know what I mean? No, you're not at the podium. We got to see a lot of these guys for who they are. They're good guys, and
KP in a three-piece suit,
yeah,
looking extra slick.
and it's like we never get to see these guys turn up a lot. Da, da, da. But everybody, I mean, this was every reason to turn up, whatever. And
Yeah.
so that was a great. And then, man, I had to spend the next day recovering. Called out of work. Obviously, Juneteenth was the
Which I mean,
next day.
everybody anticipated you calling out that name.
I don't think
I'm
it was a
sure your
surprise.
upper management was aware that Jace Caps is not going to be here
I don't think it
tomorrow.
was a surprise to anybody. Juneteenth was the next day, so I deserved that day
Double
before
whammy.
all. You feel me?
Double whammy.
Give me the day before Juneteenth too. I'm that black. You know what I mean? Um, and then
Are you?
Friday,
Are you? Are you, brother?
100.
We're not going.
Come
We're
on,
not. We're not going to We're not going to diagnose it right now.
all of my guy, all come on, all of my best friends are black. You know this, and I have a lot of friends. I have a
Don't make
lot
me
of
take.
white friends,
Don't
but
make. Don't
all
make me take it here, brother.
you can
I
take it
don't
wherever
want
you
to take
want
it
to
there.
take it. But all of my people,
Yeah, all your people. Yeah, you got four black grandparents. I give you that. I give you that. You got four black grandparents.
I'm here with it.
Now, what your lineage is gonna look like to be determined. To be
It's not to be
the
determined.
you of your lineage.
It's not to be determined.
Go ahead. I told you we didn't want
I'm
to argue.
just I'm just having fun right now, man. Speaking of fun, Friday. Woo! What a day! What a day it was.
Right
The
there,
day,
yeah.
yeah, parade day. At. I got up at 7 or 8 to get down there at 9:30. The parade's supposed to start at 11. I get down there around 9 o'clock. Streets are filled. Streets are filled. It's hard time navigating through 2 streets over from the parade. You know what I mean? This is more. This is big. The streets are way bigger than any Celtics game, any Bruins game, any. This shit is bigger than a president. Yeah, this is bigger than a presidential rally, bro. Like this is the biggest event in Boston history. I feel like probably was. Um,
Not come on, bro. They win chips all the time.
this I wasn't there for them, but this felt special. Um, I
It
somehow
was.
found my. I somehow, if you guys follow me, I somehow found my way parading through the streets, and I mean that literally, parading through the
Finals MVP.
streets.
Chris Cap.
I told my friend
High fiving small children, signing babies,
I was a parade
kissing teeth,
MVP. I was a
smashing
parade
brews.
MVP, and I don't think we understand. Like,
People
I
were asking for
think
your autograph, bro. You don't even have a pullover.
nobody asked me for my autograph, man. Come on.
I mean,
I think
you had that. You had the little kids fooled.
no, I didn't.
Between you and
I
your brother, they was like, oh, is this man 13, 14, 15?
I was enjoying the moment. That was it.
G League rings?
I think liquor
God
stores
bless.
had to make. I think liquor stores had to make $1 million or 5 million, $10 million in
Yeah.
48 hours. Let's push it to 72. They probably make $10 million within Metro Boston
Yeah,
because the
for
amount
sure.
of alcohol was being thrown at boats and people. I mean, when I say everybody's throwing bottles, my man's Jalen got hit in the head with a bottle.
I
Hit
did
him in the
see that.
head. He's catching. He's catching.
Caught a brewski
Come on,
to the
bro.
face.
Jalen's catching beers. His brother's catching beer. Tatum's catching beers. Holiday Horford, they're catching beers. And I'm on the ground. The boats are in the air,
I
right?
was catching beers.
Who? Oh, come on. That's too early, bro. Too early. We're gonna get to that though. I want to paint the picture a little bit. Let me create the scene.
Let's go, Picasso.
The boats are maybe 10, 15 feet in the
These
air.
are the duck boats, right?
Duck boats. Yes, that's their thing.
Yeah.
So you gotta have an arm, you gotta have aim, you gotta have talent to get that alcohol all the way there and for them to catch it. And they
That
have to
12,
be
that
looking at
12
you.
ounce, that 12 ounce brewski.
Understand it.
That's heavier than a football for sure.
And so a lot of people are throwing them.
Heavier than a baseball for sure.
I'm underneath the duck boat and I'm just rebounding. The ones that don't make it, those are mine.
Cleaning up the glass.
You need people like that on your team. You have
You
to
gotta
have
have
great you have to have great rebounders. And I probably put up a triple double between rebounds, shots, and steals.
Oh,
I
you steal
stole
it out there.
I stole a couple. I stole a couple bottles right out their hand as I passed them. You weren't going to do nothing with that after we passed you, buddy. We're gone.
See,
We're
we
gone.
ain't coming back.
I'm sorry, but what a sight
What was
that
your
was,
sacrifice to the Celtics?
bro. First of all, I didn't know Boston. I knew Boston had them. Boston has them, but That parade,
I mean, they do have an international airport, brother. They can get there. They get
it was very international too.
there. Yeah.
Ladies of
You know,
Boston, y'all showed up and
it's
showed
support.
out. We appreciate y'all support, really. But no, but we got to understand too. That parade happened at 11, and it was I
Yeah.
don't know. It was a 2 mile parade. I walked the whole thing. It probably ended at 12:30, 1 o'clock. I went to the parade sober. I left there
No way.
drunk. I think everybody. I went to that
You,
parade sober.
you don't really know. Your 96 hours
I
is
didn't.
bits and pieces.
I
It's
didn't
bits and
load up
pieces.
at. I didn't load up at 9 a.m. I promise you that. I didn't load up at 9
I
a.m.
mean, you were
Liquor
still
store.
loaded from the night before.
Nah, nah. I was just coming back from Monday. You gotta understand. I was just coming back from Monday, so I had to be sober,
Monday, Tuesday was rough.
bro. Wednesday was rough too.
Yeah, because
And what a
Wednesday
Wednesday
was
that was. And
Wednesday
what a
was
Wednesday.
GOT.
And what a Wednesday that was. But that
Shout out
was
to all
the
my
parade. The parade ended at 1 o'clock, right? We go to a parade day party.
the only
They're
move,
ser-
duh.
they're serving shots there.
Casa
They're
for the
serving
free throws.
they're serving shots there at the parade day party, right?
Load it up. Load it up.
That party ends 4 or 5. Go home, try to get a nap in. I don't get a
You take
nap in.
another one.
We go to another party that night, and guess
Mm-hmm.
what? All drinks are free again. So
Yeah, come on, bro. Wallets are unnecessary this week.
it was, and my greatest week was my cheapest week. And I gotta love that for myself and my pockets.
Yeah, yeah.
Feel like a scammer. Um,
Nothing like it.
but it was a great week. Um, let's actually talk about some basketball though.
Wow.
Um,
It was
we understand, yeah, the Celtics won, but I want to get into a little bit further. Finals MVP, right?
mhm.
High honor, very high honor.
Yeah.
Does this put Jaylen Brown in the top 10 to finish the season off as a top 10 NBA player? I have him top 10.
I think he's right there nipping for sure. So let's run through
We
and
got
see.
five. We got five off the bat, right? Giannis, Joker, Luca, Embiid.
Mhm.
Who's the fifth one? Those okay. So we have four off the bat for me. Those are four. That
KD. No one KD on that list.
KD, yeah, but I don't think he's with those four. But you could put KD on that list. I would probably have KD on my list. Mm,
Hold on. What was your list again? Run me
the
through
four, the four that are automatic for me: Embiid, Giannis, Luca, Joker.
that. Okay. Embiid, Giannis, Luca, Joker. What about
Mm.
Shaq?
Shay's amazing.
I mean, what is second or third in MVP voting?
Mm-hmm.
First team All NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Get your team to the conference finals.
100%.
Conference semifinals. Yeah. So
Semis. They lost second round.
as a young guy with a very very young team, as
100%.
the number one, and there's no clear cut.
Number two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a 1A, 1B option. Like Boston's got the 1A, 1B option. So
All
I think
right.
that hurts both Tatum and Brown when it comes to top 10 list,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Shea. Who was your, because you didn't have Shea, so who was your four?
Giannis, Joker, Luca, Embiid.
Embiid. Okay, so Embiid and Shea. That's my five right there. After that,
It's a lot of see LeBron, Steph, KD.
yeah.
They're all interchangeable, right?
And then it goes,
Come on with the balloons, man. What is that? I don't even know how to do that.
and then
But
I think my next three are Ant, JB, and Tatum. Those are my next three. I don't know no specific order, but those are my next three.
Ant, JB, and Tatum are your next three.
Yeah. And I don't know how I want to put them in order.
I think for me, I think Giannis, Joker, Luca, Embiid. I have their all interchangeable, right? And then it goes, come on with the balloons, man. What is that? I don't even know how to do that. But
And then I think my next three are Ant, JB, and Tatum. Those are my next three.
I think for me, Anthony Edwards is amazing, but we all see the potential.
I mean, bro, he carried his team to the conference finals. He carried his
He
team to the conference
he
finals.
did, he did, but he didn't play. He didn't play well in those conference finals.
If that's what you want to call it, bro. I mean,
He was amazing against the Nuggets. He wasn't amazing against the Mavericks.
no, he wasn't amazing. I mean, but are we gonna? Okay.
But playoffs are where names are created, though. Is
That's what I'm
where
saying. So, like, if you have a playoff run all the way to the conference finals in your third year, when you're clear cut number one, how are you not a top 10 guy? Doesn't make sense to me, Jace. That doesn't make sense to me.
you have right. So right now, is Anthony Edwards a better basketball player than Kevin Durant?
Shit. Well, he bust his ass. I'm gonna say, yeah.
I think Phoenix was just a very bad put together team for one.
And that boy KD caught a lot of that though.
Yeah, he did.
He caught a lot of that, bro.
So you think Anthony Edwards he's a better player than KD right now? I'm not opposed to
I mean, like, I don't say a better player, but I like if we're picking for franchise, like if I'm a GM, then I'm gonna take Ant before KD right now, just because
absolutely. You're always going to take that guy that's a little bit younger with that's almost as good.
28 a game in the playoffs, bro.
He had amazing series against the Nuggets. Like I said,
No, 28 a game in the playoffs, bro. That's over 16 games.
Yeah, that was he. A lot of that was the first two series where he played amazing basketball. And we thought he was the guy, and then I don't know what happened against the Mavericks.
I mean, he scored 28 and 29 in the last two games of the series.
He scored what?
28 and 29 in the last two games of the series.
But the first couple was what, 20, 22?
Yeah. I mean, he went, game one was, so he had a 19-pointer.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went 21.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went 26, 29, 28 the last three.
And see, when we saw the Nuggets, he was 30, 40, whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's not say who would we start our franchise with right now, because obviously we're not going to start the franchise with the older guys because all of these guys have 3 or 4 years left. I'm just asking about the 10 best players right now after you've seen this season, including the playoffs.
I'm telling you, bro, Steph, Bron, KD, those five, that's 6, 7, 8, and that next three, JB, Tatum, Ant, bro. I'm telling you.
So you have Steph, Bron, and KD in your top 10 to finish the season, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, those next three are gonna just swap out with them the three before. That's just what it's gonna be.
I feel like we're missing somebody. Are we? Somebody's missing that we should be.
Ant Davis.
He's close. Ant Davis, and Jalen Brunson.
I ain't never gonna say like it's like if we go back top 75, like I'd have pulled him out, put D Howard in there, I'd have put Kyrie in there. It's guys that I'd have took Ant Davis out and put in the top 75.
over careers, obviously.
So like, and then at this point,
but this season, he was amazing. He was amazing on both ends of the floor. He played 70+ games, so he was amazing the whole entire year. And then I think Jalen Brunson has a.
God, that's really who needs to be talked about.
There's something to talk about right there. Him being in the top 10. And I know as
that 50 pieces, it's always ready to go.
He gave us 4 40-point games in a row in the playoffs. In the first game before that 4-game streak was a 39-point game. Yeah. So I know it's hard for us to let go of certain legends and put people over. And we understand who LeBron is, right? If he's the greatest of all time to some people, he's 1 or 2 all time, no debate, right?
He averaged 26 points a game this year.
He was amazing this year, and it's like we've seen how great he's been for the last 20 years, right?
3 years,
right? We've seen how great he's been for the last 20 years, but and that's why we just kind of hesitate to put other people over him because like every year the top 10 looks different year to year. But one person remains constant in that top 10, and his name is LeBron James, right? So it kind of makes you look foolish when you take him out the top 10 just for him to put him back in the top 10 the next year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is my thing. I think this is where I'm arguing with myself right now, right?
That's what I feel like too.
Is LeBron one of the 10 best players in the NBA? Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Did he have one of the 10 best seasons this year? I don't know.
You know who else we got to think about too?
Who's that?
Who's knocking on that door? Maxey.
Great season.
Maxey, he knocking on that door, bro.
Terrific season. So
he's probably about 13, 14, 15 right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And it's so let me give you my final 10, okay? Let me give you my final 10. And I have a very I have a very nasty surprise that a lot of people are not going to like. But I'm going to say it anyway. So I gave you my 4: Luka, Joker, Giannis, Embiid. I think I am still going to put I'm going to put Kevin Durant in there. I think I'm still going to put LeBron in there. Jaylen Brown is in there. He's in that. I think I have him at round 8 or 9. And then I'll probably go. I probably got to go.
Start over.
Luka,
yeah,
Giannis, Joker, and Embiid.
Okay.
Kevin Durant.
Uh-huh.
And then I think from there I go LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, and I know for sure Jaylen Brown's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those last 3, I'm probably gonna go Brunson, and then I probably it's between it's my bad. Shea. I forgot Shea. Shea's in there. Shea. So I think, is that 9 or 10?
Hold on. So you got Luka, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, KD, LBJ, JB.
Yep.
Brunson.
Yep. Shea.
Nene.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10.
So I think Steph Curry just misses the cut for me, and I know that's tough for me because like I'm not a Steph fan, but I enjoy watching him. You know, I could never be a Steph fan just because I'm a LeBron fan. But he was still amazing this season.
What was supposed to be the nasty? Was the Steph leaving off? Was that the nasty?
Jason Tatum.
Huh?
He's not in my top 10.
I knew that was. This is personal with you. So
it's not personal. He's a great guy.
It's personal.
I believe. No, okay. So let me explain why it's not personal.
It's cool, bro. You ain't got
no.
You gotta explain. I snipe all your hoes. We get it. We get it. Allegations,
and we don't do that. We don't do that.
He's married. That's allegations.
He is. His girlfriend was there.
Allegations. That's my fault.
He's a friendly guy.
Oh, we're not doing that.
He's a friendly guy. That's all I'm saying.
Niggas' names out here. No. Next subject.
He's a friendly guy.
I don't even want to talk about why he's not in your top 10 at this point.
No, we are going to talk about it. I watched him throughout the playoffs, and I think he was great in everything that didn't do with scoring.
Yeah.
He rebounded terrifically, passed the ball really well. He's still a capable defender at the end of the day. I know he's never assigned to guard the best player or anything like that, but he still plays defense well. But when we're talking about superstars or top 10 players, you have to be able to score the ball consistently at a high level and shoot it decently. You don't have to be a 50, 40, 90 guy, but like when stuff start dipping it, like if you're shooting 40, 30, 80. It's not good. You know what I mean? And it's great that he's on a great team because like that would not suffice on another team. That wouldn't be enough. What his scoring was. Like I said though, I thought he passed it really well. I thought he rebounded really well. But for me, everybody that I named are pretty consistent scorers, and I understand if Tatum had a bad series shooting the ball, but he had more than one bad series shooting the ball. You know what I mean? He didn't shoot it well against the Pacers, and he didn't shoot it well against the Mavericks as well. Um, and you could. The thing is, if somebody says Jason Tatum is top 10, I could understand it.
Yeah.
This is just mine. I can understand why you have him top 10 because he can easily be a top 10. And there's been plenty weeks or months he's looked like a top 5 player. But I think I hold extra value in the playoffs. I hold a little more value in the playoffs than I do in the regular season. And like I said, I thought he played really well. But you have to be able to like we understand. Like if you have 15, 12, and 8, that's cool. But players make their names 35, 15, and 5 or 48 and 6. You got to be able to score that ball, brother, and put the ball in the rim, literally. So it's like that's my reason, and I know it might be a little bit controversial, but let me hear your
I mean, my
top
10 are
10.
pretty much similar. My 10 goes like this. I got Jokic, Embiid, Steph, Giannis, LBJ, KD, JB, JT, Shea, and Ant. So
So no Brunson.
no Brunson. Not yet.
Oh, Brunson, and who else did you leave off? Because you had Steph in there and you had JT in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have either one. So you didn't have Brunson and you didn't have who?
1, 2, 3. Oh fuck! I gotta restart.
You did 11, huh?
No, I did 10, but I don't have Luke on here.
Oh yeah. That's
And
what.
I,
Yeah,
I have I haven't narrowed Luca hate though, so
you could have the 8, but that
yeah,
brother's special.
this has got to be in there though.
That's a special white man.
Um, hmm. You know what? This is just for last year or heading into this year.
No, not heading into that's a whole different conversation.
Yes. So just to finish last year,
Yep.
put Luca in. I think I might have to go ahead and drop. I might have to drop KD because I think that's the name that's sticking out to me. I'm looking at this list right now. I think that's who's gonna have to drop.
Yeah, I think those 3, LeBron, Steph, and KD. I can understand why you don't have them in your top 10, and I can understand why you do have them in your top 10. Like cases can be made for both, and obviously we love those guys so much. Just
Then my next. You want to hear my next like 4?
next 5. I want to hear your next
My
5.
next 5. So we're gonna slide KD down. So I got KD, Kawhi, Drew Holiday, and then Wemby. KD, Kawhi, Drew Holiday, Wemby. That's 4, and then Book at 5.
Where the hell is Jalen Brunson?
I think he's him and Book. They right there. But I'm just thinking about how this year. You know what I'm saying? Like not projected into next year.
Yes, of course. And you have Drew Holiday top 15 to finish the season.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All around game.
For sure.
All around game. Like I mean, Drew Holiday, he one of them guys like he really could play 48 minutes and there's no reason to take him out. Like he'll never give you a reason to take him out of the game.
Right. Great IQ, great player. I think if I had to go with the next 5, it looks a lot different than yours.
I think that's where the discussion starts to really start.
Yeah. So if I had to go my next 5, probably Jason Tatum. Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Brunson was in your 10.
was he in my 10?
Yeah, Brunson was in your 10.
Okay, so excuse me,
Tatum.
Jason Tatum,
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go Anthony Davis,
AD. Okay.
um, Kyrie,
I like it. Three.
and then probably Wemby.
Wemby. Look at you trying to be like me. You was shocked when I said him. Now you don't. Now
No, it
you.
wasn't. I think because if like the question you asked me earlier, if we're talking about going into next season, Wemby's top 10, right?
Gotta be. Gotta be.
Yes. But we're talking about to finish the season. Obviously, we're including the playoffs, and this was players in there. But Wemby just did some freakish things that we've never seen before, right? So, but my question is to you: how with your consensus second best player winning Finals MVP? How do you approach next season to make sure they stay on the same page, nobody gets ahead of anybody?
So this is gonna be remedied quickly because you're gonna give Tatum more money.
The money is always cool, but like you want the respect, the accolades.
I feel you. And Tatum's got all the first team, all NBA's. That's his
Yeah.
accolades, and that's why he's going to get more money.
Right. No.
So it's like, I think the paying him the $315. I think continuing to just they need to try to bottle last year the continuity, the balance, the game plan, the togetherness, and bring that back. That's the best. That's the best way to do it because everybody had bought into their roles. Everybody believed in their roles this year, and it clearly shows. They dominated the season. So if they can keep egos and personalities and the mental aspect of the team the same or close to the same, then there won't be any issues. Now, is JB gonna be walking around with the big head because he got the Finals MVP and the Eastern Conference? I don't see that happening, but I couldn't blame him if that was the case.
Right.
Is Tatum gonna feel some type of way? I don't see that happening, but I can't blame him if that's the case.
Right.
So
yeah, I think that's just the thing.
Their floor is the Eastern Conference Finals, regardless.
Correct.
So if that's your floor, you can't really be mad at the results.
And it's like obviously offense runs through Jason Tatum most of the time, right? A lot of set plays are called for him, or when it gets to the end of the clock, it's a Tatum isolation, and that's the thing. And you have another player that is just as good offensively, maybe better. How does that? Do you stick with the same game plan? Do you try to get Jalen more touches, more shots? Just because you see what he's capable of.
We got to see what KP look like first, because I saw he's having surgery.
Yeah,
KP's having surgery, so we're gonna see what he looks like because he's kind of like that balancing figure in their lineup because he has to get his touches too.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of keeps everybody at a certain number of a certain usage rate because he demands the ball. His talent demands the ball.
Well, he's probably the best mismatch in the NBA, honestly, besides Wemby or LeBron. But he's quicker than the bigger guys, and he's taller than the shorter guys.
Everybody else.
Right. So
anybody that's close to his size, he's quicker.
He can bring out the big guys to the 3-point line. And if there's some smaller guys that are quick, elbow post up,
keep the ball,
elbow post up, 2 pumps behind the head, jumper. So he's one of the best mismatches in the NBA as far as that goes. And he definitely was a key piece. That injury is, to start the season, I think they'll be okay. I think they got a lot of other things to worry about. See what Derek White can get if they can resign Sam Hauser. But I think this is like because who won the finals last year? The Nuggets.
Yeah.
This kind of feels like the official passing of the torch. I don't know if you would agree. Because obviously Jokic won it, and then the year before that was Steph, which is one of the older guys still. 2020 was LeBron, one of the older guys as well. I guess Giannis won it in 2021, but we see Jalen and Jason, and it feels like this could be the next big thing. I think I'm because this is my thing. I think I'm a little more convinced with the Celtics running through the league than I was with the Nuggets running through the league after they won. I feel a little bit more
You
confident.
got to think. I mean, Boston's been there ever since JB got there. They've
True,
been
yeah,
every
and that's
year.
what, yeah, but just after like because I don't think I had the same feeling after the Bucks won the finals, right? Like, oh, the Bucks are just gonna run through
They were
this,
supposed
or
to lose to Brooklyn. They were supposed to lose to Brooklyn anyway.
obviously we didn't feel it after the Warriors because we knew those guys were older. And then the Nuggets, they had a great run last year, but I just didn't feel like, oh, I know, I feel confident about the Nuggets going back to back. I thought they had a good chance, but for Boston, I can confidently say that I think they will win the
Even
championship
though New
next year.
York made some really strong moves, but still not enough.
That's a
Not enough.
great point you bring up. Let's talk about that. Actually, is tampering illegal? I mean, can you start a podcast with a with a guy on another team and bring him on every other week?
Was
Like, come on, man. This was like
you can't say this. I mean, but so the lines of tampering are so blurred, right? Like these guys were friends.
they don't exist.
Exactly. So it's like, what you gonna police group chats? You're gonna police
Right.
friendship? Like
Right.
these were all pre-existing before the NBA finals, and like a lot of scouts and a lot of people were saying at the time when they were all playing together, like they don't have an NBA guy on their team. Now they got four, and they all happen to be on the same team. So
Yeah.
you can't.
I mean,
There's no tampering. When it first of all, it doesn't exist. It's if you
it,
get caught tampering.
that's all it is. I mean, Jalen Brunson's dad is a coach for the Knicks, dog.
Hmm?
Like, and then your son signs to the Knicks. What are we talking about here?
Not a deal. It's a hell of a deal too.
It's a great deal. It's a great deal. It's a blessed deal, and they got him on a discount on top of that.
That's what
I don't think the brother's making 200 million, is he?
904. He's $400 million player.
Bro, that might be the greatest basketball deal in history.
For real.
Honestly, like
next time he come around, he gonna hurt him. He gonna hurt him.
Like if we calculated dollars per point, oh my god, I don't want to do the math on that. That's a lot of math.
Hella bargain. That's a hell of a bargain.
That is he's on a Duncan Robinson deal, a Tyler Hero deal, bro. We just saw OG Anunoby
212,
220, 212, or what? For what?
A lot on OG.
Bro, we're not talking about an all-star. We're not talking about an all-NBA. We're talking about $40 million a year.
5 years, baby.
For a role player, for a 3-and-D player. And I think he's a good player. But his ceiling is not even all-star, brother. He'll never be an all-star, but he's still going to be a good player. This guy is Mikal Bridges. Is OG better than Mikal Bridges?
Mm-mm.
And y'all paid him $40 million a year?
Well, I mean, Mikal already got a max.
Oh my God. The fact that OG Anunoby's making more than Jalen Brunson is going to bother me a little bit. I digress, though.
Now, man, Mikal on a 4-year $90 right now.
I don't know who's handling the finances over there. It's not making sense though. Doesn't make sense to me. NHL.
Let's do it. Let's do that hockey.
Stanley Cup champions.
I told you.
I have one thing to say.
I told you.
Why are we giving playoff MVPs to niggas that don't win the Stanley Cup?
Because he broke Wayne Gretzky's points in the playoffs.
I understand that.
When you break the great one's record, come on, dog. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Get your shit off, and I got my answer right here.
We watched LeBron in the finals versus them Warriors. almost average a 35-point triple double,
Mm-hmm.
break all kind of records,
Mm-hmm.
look all kind of great.
Mm-hmm.
We would never say you're LeBron, you're the playoff MVP, you're the Finals MVP. Nigga, you didn't win. You shouldn't.
Bro,
And I think, hold up, and
look,
I think Connor McDavid will be mentioned as probably a top 25 athlete ever, top 30. Athlete.
back to hockey.
There's a couple athletes in there, but when I say athlete, there's some athletes like man, in all sports included. But I think he will be one of the best ever. But you don't. I don't think you can just give the play. I understand it's for the entirety of the playoffs. I don't know if that should even be an award, honestly, though, because
Well, yeah, I mean, the best player in the playoffs is usually on the team that's
that
gonna
wins,
make it to the cup final at least.
right? And
All
but
right.
but one more take.
Mhm.
When you give out these awards, right? Pictures tell the story of history, right? And so when you give out these trophies, you want to be able to snap these players with these trophies. You giving out playoff MVPs to guys that didn't win and they're not coming out to take pictures of the trophy. There's no existence of a picture of Connor McDavid with his MVP trophy.
I told him to mail it to me. Shit, it'll be in my house.
Yeah, but you still want to see pictures.
Check this
Go
out.
ahead.
First point. The voting stopped with 10 minutes to remain in the third period. To give a 2-1 game. So if the best player on the ice has been Connor McDavid, the best player in the playoffs has been Connor McDavid, and say he scores a goal there to tie, and he doesn't get this, even if they tie and still end up losing, he doesn't get the playoff MVP. That's ridiculous. You can't not have the best player on the ice, the best player in the game, not win the Conn Smythe in hockey, dog. He had 10 more playoff points than the next closest guy,
Which is crazy.
Who happened to be on his team. The top 3-point scorers in this year's NHL playoffs all played for Edmonton.
Wow.
So you don't get to a Florida player until the number 5 spot, Alexander Barkov, who's the captain. He had 22 points. He had 22 points this playoffs. Connor McDavid had 42 points this playoffs, bro.
Wow.
You couldn't give it to the goalie because he had a game where he gave up 8 goals in game 5, and they lost 3 straight games. Now that was who was really going to win it up until game 6. When they lost game 5, when they lost game 4, 5, and then they lost game 6, that's when Bobrovsky's chances of winning the Conn Smythe went out the window. So, I mean, dog, 20 more points than the next closest guy on the opposing team. So we're going to give the Conn Smythe to Barkov for 22 points and 22 points in 24 games. Or we're going to give the guy who had an 8-point game in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, 8-point game is crazy, man. That's the equivalent of an 80-point NBA game. It feels like
he had 4 points back-to-back games. So he had two games. He was responsible for 8 points, bro.
Okay, so two games that equaled 8 points.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this: do you think the playoff MVP should continue to exist in hockey? Because if I'm not mistaken, that's the only sport where they do
playoff MVP, not
a playoff MVP. That's the only sport where they do that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it should continue to?
I do think it should continue just because of the uniqueness of it in the sport.
Okay. I think that's fair.
I don't like everything to be cookie cutter and then to be the same.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's just, it's always better when you get that playoff MVP with that Stanley Cup trophy.
And this don't happen all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the first time this happened since 2008.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was the guy from the Ducks, the goalie from the Ducks. They lost, and he won it, I do believe. So,
but his playoffs was that special.
It was that special, bro. Like it was. It really was. It's really. I mean, it was really Braun in 15. before 16?
15, 17, and 18.
Nah, I ain't gonna do 17 and 18.
I mean, I don't
That
know which one.
that boy got it that was supposed to get it. Them
Well,
last
the last two. I'm just saying from Braun's performance
all right,
specifically, because I don't know, he was just going crazy.
he
But
was.
I think I don't know because we obviously it took Ovechkin a while to get his first one,
Yeah,
right?
I mean forever.
It took forever for him to get his first one,
I think
and I think yeah, and I think it's just like it's not in every great player's cards to get one when they're young or when they're 25, 26, 27. It takes a couple guys till they're 30 to get even one, and it's so hard to win one championship. You know what I mean? Just one championship is the hardest thing ever, and plus when you're the greatest player in your sport, the pressure is times a million to get that chip. So it's like I believe he will get one. Obviously, um, when you lose in the finals like that, it brings up a couple topics or whatever. But he is great. He is the best player in hockey right now, and I think he's also the most entertaining player in hockey. One of those guys, even if you're not a big hockey fan, you could just turn on and tell, he stands out that much.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Um,
I had a lot of homies that was hitting me in group chats, and they was like, "Yo, like I'm finally tapped into this hockey."
mhm.
Like they like this McDavid dude is moving. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think we've
He
had.
really like Usain Bolt on skates, bro.
That's the thing. I don't think we've had a player as entertaining as him since Ovechkin and Crosby when
I
they
don't know,
were.
bro. Nathan McKinnon, you don't watch enough.
Mhm.
Nathan McKinnon from Colorado is so hard, bro.
He's great.
Bruh. Cause I'm a blues fan. He be
Mhm.
torturing my squad, bro. I mean, I'd have seen him go end to end, get loose, break down four. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
And then top shelf that thing, light it up.
I, and I
He's
think,
nasty, bro.
yeah, and probably in the hockey world, I believe he's probably well known. He's very respected. He's big time in the hockey world. But it's the players, it's the fans that are not in the hockey world that you pay a little bit more attention to. You know what I'm saying? But you're obviously into hockey, and you have team, players, right?
Yeah,
And I'm not as big on hockey, but like I respect greatness in any sport. Like
yeah, yeah.
I don't care the sport. If you're great, I'm gonna watch you because I just like
I'm
seeing
a fan of.
greatness.
I'm a fan of
Exactly. I
because
mean,
there's a
I'll
lot of
watch
people.
Lewis Hamilton
Mm,
in F1. I'll watch Max Verstappen. You know what I mean?
I can't get jiggy
What
with that.
what about that guy? This guy's making
Hey,
$60 million a year. You have to get jiggy with that. You have to see why he's making $60 million a year driving cars, brother. You know what I'm saying?
driving
He
a Ferrari all day long.
driving Ferraris, traveling the world. I mean, and the races are in Monaco, in Miami, and Vegas, and every great European city you could think of is where they
Where you
hold the
want to
race.
be there?
Come on, bro. So it's like I just respect greatness, and the guy that you mentioned, I'm not familiar with him, but I know Connor McDavid is one of those ones that we know.
He wanted one.
Connor McDavid is one of those ones we compare to other sports.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like when we talk about Tom Brady, we compare him to LeBron James, or we talk about Michael Phelps, we compare him to Usain Bolt. He's one of those type of guys, and those are the ones that really carry the sport and and bring the people in. Um, I have a question. So out of the whole, who do you think is the MVP of the last 365 days? I'm talking all sports.
sport.
I'm talking athletes, entertainers, rappers, actors, everybody. I think
The MVP of the last 365.
and
That's
you
a
can
great
call
question.
me biased. Why is it not Jaylen Brown? He signed the biggest contract in NBA history,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He won the NBA finals, he won finals MVP
What was it? Third team. Was it? He's third team on NBA last year.
last year.
Yeah,
And then he finished the parade with a bad one.
the baddest. He's winning.
How many people had a better year than that? There's a couple contenders. Let's talk about them. My golf buddy, what's his name?
Scotty. Scotty
Scotty.
Scheffler.
Scotty's up there.
Scotty. balling.
Scotty's up there. Jaylen Brown. I think Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah, I was about to say it gotta
100%
be up there.
is in the running for MVP of the last 365 days.
Who else?
Who else? Who else can we put in there, bro? Mahomes, maybe. He's had a
Yeah,
great last year,
I was
last
thinking
365.
Judge. Aaron Judge just hit his 30th home run already. He
Wow.
started. He started the year slow, bro. I think he had 4 home runs the first month. He had 30 before the All Star break, bro. He might break his own. He might break his own record. Nobody's even talking about it.
And he's tremendous.
He is tremendous, bro.
He's tremendous, and he has the Yankees back where they need to be. Baseball is always better when the Yankees are
First
good.
captain since Derek Jeter. They put it, if the Yankees put the C on you, bro, then you're really doing it right. So he picked up the C. Now last year he didn't hit 60. What he had six. That was 2022. He broke Roger Maris' record. I think he ended up with 65 home runs. Then last year he ended up with 40 something. Let me pull this up. I want to make sure I got these right. And then this year he's already at 30 before All-Star break. So Aaron Judge is definitely he's in that conversation for MVP for the last 365. Let me look at this real quick. So home runs in 2022. He set the record, or he tied the record with 62 with Roger Maris. Then last year he had 37. He's already at 30, bro. It's already at 30.
Do we put Otani in there?
He's dealt with adversity. He's dealt with adversity, but he's come back and he's balling out. He's the best hitter in the game right now. He's the best hitter in the game right now.
With a bag.
And mind you, he's not even pitching because of the Tommy John. And he picked up $700 million. That's a great point.
And you want to know who else is in there, bro? Oh, I got two more contenders. We have to not the move, but Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. She's selling
next contender, bro.
No, not next contender, brother. She's selling out football stadiums 4 nights in a row.
Next contender, brother.
Bro, we're 80,000 4 nights in a row.
Clark. Not even on my list.
Nah. Who I said? So I had Taylor Swift and who?
White women a bone.
Who?
So I was trying to throw the white women a bone.
Oh, we got one more. Oh, wait, maybe 2 more. Usher.
Usher's up there now.
That Vegas residency
to the Super Bowl.
That is a year.
Slaughtering Happy Home weekend after weekend.
That is a year.
He was ruining relationships every third Wednesday. It was just bad, bro.
And I think I would have to put Adele in there as well.
You showing your cards?
I'm deep in my bag. Sorry,
you showing your cards here.
There's a couple of people out there watching that know what
goes back to one of the conversations we had off the top.
A couple. First of all, this goes back to a conversation we talked about 10 minutes ago. I love greatness, and I'm gonna watch greatness.
Yeah, all right.
Adele's one of them ones.
She's great.
She's one of them. Come on, bro. That's Rich Paul lady, bro.
Let's go back to Otani right now, though, bro.
She bagged Rich Paul. She's different.
Otani's leading the league currently in batting average, slugging percentage, on base percentage plus slugging percentage, OPS plus, total bases, home run. Oh, no, not home runs. Excuse me. He's leading the National League in home runs and runs scored. He's going crazy.
So
and he's not pitching. He's not pitching.
And he's probably the best pitcher in baseball.
He's up there. He's he's on that short list.
So out of all the people we just mentioned, MVP of the last 365, there's a lot of great cases there.
I might have to go with. All right, I'm gonna give you my top 3 because it's too many right now. I'm gonna go 1 for music, and I'm gonna go 2 different sports. I'm gonna start with Otani as the reigning AL MVP.
Correct.
Reigning AL MVP.
Cy Young.
No, he didn't win the Cy Young last year.
Okay.
He was the Silver Slugger at DH,
Mm.
and he was top 5 in Cy Young voting.
Not to mention a $700 million
$700 million
contract.
deal. Dealt with some serious adversity because his man was not his man's. Then he came out and is having a better year than he was last year offensively. After having arm surgery, it was they put one of his arms behind his back because he ain't pitching.
So who's your 3?
So that's all. That's just one. That's Otani.
One.
I'm gonna go K-Dot. K-Dot.
Man, we're gonna get to him next.
He gave his whole. Now this is gonna sound crazy, but he done went to Columbia. He done got the full 32 set. Like if he did like with his career now, he done went to Columbia. Took his career to Columbia, got a full 32-piece set veneer, and threw a BBL on that mug. He going crazy. He came back a whole different person. Like he was already one of those top 3, top 5 guys, but the bag that he unleashed upon Aubrey, and we're gonna talk about the show. They are not like us.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that next.
Number 3. Jaylen Brown.
That's a good 3.
Jaylen Brown.
That's a great.
Not only because he's got the baddest woman in basketball right now. Finals MVP, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Biggest contract in the history of the sport. Immediately signs the dotted line and brings the chip to Boston. That's what you talk about. Everybody asks about the left.
He never said a word.
What left do you have to say?
He never said a word.
What left do you have to say, critics?
For those of y'all watching, he saw the jokes.
Big bag, yeah. We can confirm.
He saw the jokes. He never said nothing. He didn't need to.
And Miles Turner, watch yourself.
That's a crazy stray. That's a crazy stray.
Nah, it's just a little. It's callback.
My 3.
All right, go ahead. JB
is my 1 because what a year. I think at 2, I probably would go Kendrick Lamar as well. At 3, I don't think we mentioned the third one I have. Kai Cenat.
Okay. I mean, I know he's had a great year. I know his stream is going crazy. His numbers. He got Tiana Trump kissing him in his mouth. All type of.
Come on, dude. What are we doing? Dog? What are we doing?
I had to do. Hey, I'm the East German. I'm the East German judge.
That was out of left field. That was out of pocket, brother.
I'm the East German judge.
Listen,
I had to deduct points for that.
He done had Rich Paul on the stream. He done had Kevin Hart twice. He done had Drewski. He done had had Nicki Minaj on there. Right? Yeah, so it's like
that's not her vibe.
Bro, he done broke every streaming record. He done had every entertainer, athlete, all the high power.
I have to deduct 3 points for letting Tiana Trump kiss
you can deduct whatever, but he has had some great people. He's had people on there that don't even do interviews. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So it's like you gotta respect it.
But also, I deduct more points for the jail stream too, because I ain't like that.
I understand your angle. Yeah, you're getting in your political bag.
I'm getting my old head bag.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
Like I like that. I don't like that.
I get it. So Mr. Kendrick Lamar, right? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. And that's exactly what he did.
Certified boogeyman.
I don't think. Look, he did the Ken and Friends show. He did it on Juneteenth. He did
slaves. Shout out to Aubrey.
He did songs where he told Aubrey he's not black enough on Juneteenth with an all black performers list.
After Aubrey said he was trying to free the slaves with his rap, so he said, "Guess what? I got something for you. Juneteenth."
And it was just a couple.
And united, unified the entire West Coast. Every gang, stepping on the stage at the same time.
Brother, Drake started Family Matters. You know who really bring this set? My nigga YG. And what the fuck did YG do?
Jumped his ass on that stage.
Jumped his ass on a Ken and Friends stage, nigga.
It's for the West Coast, nigga. So,
LeBron,
I'm still rocking with you, gang, but this
100%.
is a home team thing. Like you shouldn't have threw me in this.
LeBron and Aubrey are like this. LeBron talking about something. You gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified lover. Why are you singing that, Bron?
Bron, keep the family away.
And what did Bron do? Popped out the Ken show.
It showed niggas.
It's just like you can't feel bad for Drake because you know he lives a great life, but a lot of his people that he thought was with him, it's not a good look, brother.
It's not a good look, but that lets you know how what everybody really think about you, bro.
Really, and it's like, and like he gave YG one of his biggest hits. YG's first album is a classic. I'm not saying YG is nobody without Drake, but Drake, you know, did his thing, did what Drake does on a YG song. And a lot of that, I think it's hard for me to understand, like, sometimes that song don't mean shit, bro. I gave you a good verse and that's all it was. I don't fuck with you a year later, bro. And that's just what it is.
He seems like the type that happens a lot with.
And that's unfortunate. I was really thinking about it, and I was wondering what are some of your favorite strays that were caught in this Kendrick and Drake beef? I have a couple strays I want to mention first.
You should have let me prep for this one.
You don't have to prep. You know who caught the strays. Baca got a weird case. Why is he around?
Baca in the crib like, hold on.
Come on, nigga, what?
He said he talking about me? Yeah, you
Baca got a weird, and it's clear, it's very clear. He says it very clearly. So you're not confused.
The next line.
And I think my other one.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
Dog. I think my other one is let me see if Chubbs really crashed some. Chubbs, you're not like that. Let me see if you really crash some. If you a real crash out, if you what Drake say you are, let me see if Chubbs really crashed some. That's a hell of a stray, brother.
Pull Chubbs card.
Pull Chubb card quickly.
Because you know that was them real steppers now.
Bro, it was
he was them real steppers. He said, "Come on here with that. Come on."
It was so many strays in the crossfire. Dave Free. Yo, Dave Free was chilling.
What I got to do with this?
That nigga said if your GM is your BM secret BD. Dog, Dave Free, where is this coming from? I don't even rap.
So I would never. I was selling the womb of my dog.
Dog, I think the Baca stray was probably my favorite stray because it's such a great.
I didn't even know who that was before that.
Baca, yeah, you know Drake fuck with the London scene a little bit, but it's such a great bar, like you know, and it's bro. I think calling the nigga weird is still the best diss you could give out. You know, you're a weird nigga, bro. Like
weirdo.
That's gonna always hit. That's 100% hit rate, bro.
Hey, freaky ass nigga. 69 guy.
Dog. Man, it was so many strays caught in there. Obviously, Metro caught a few.
That Baca stray was top one.
Bro, that Baca stray is crazy.
That was top one.
The Sexy Red one. When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. Come on.
All right, now shout out to Chief, my boy, still the king.
Sexy Red is a special individual, but I always say I don't think people understand, but maybe they do the magnitude of that show.
Huh.
Kendrick started the show with Euphoria.
With Euphoria, bro.
Them superpowers get neutralized. Brother,
in the dark.
And then he did this entire show without backing vocals. No backtracks, brother.
No backtracks.
No backtracks.
Sweating
Hear me.
hard, motherfucker, and that hot ass sweatshirt.
Honestly, we have great artists and then you have great performers. Kendrick is one of the best performers of all time, bro.
Checks both boxes, bro.
Like, and that's I think
Rare.
I don't. It's
He's
so rare.
rare with that.
It's so rare, especially as a rapper. We don't see rappers particularly being great performers. Drake is one of the best artists ever. He's not that great of a performer.
I've never wanted to see the show.
It's a lot of crowd singing. There's some backtracking going on. Kendrick, no backtrack, raps every word on rhythm, on time. You can hear it very clearly. He's one of the greatest performers ever. And to perform that well
for an hour and a half
at that show with that certain set list.
Yeah. That set list was disgusting.
It was
because he went Euphoria. Then what did he go after that?
I don't know, but I know he did the
it was 2 disses, and then he got into then he did Collard Greens.
Collard Greens. He bought a Schoolboy Q. Then he did Money Trees with J Rock.
Yeah.
Humble.
Did he do Loyalty?
Let me see. Let me actually look.
I really love that song, bro.
I love that album, bro. That's a tremendous.
That album was special. That damn album. Wow. What do you say? Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. That is, yeah, that's the one.
Bruh, and then you have Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan sea walking.
Then they call out all the Pyru. The whole
Pyru, every Crip, every Rolling 60, the Hoovers.
Hoover. He even had MA out there with the Mex. He got laughing.
Bro, so he did Euphoria right into DNA, into Element, into All Right. My goodness. Money Trees with J Rock. Then he does Collard Greens with Schoolboy Q. That part.
God, I love when he get to hit that Spanish. That is
still Dre with Dr. He brought out the big guns.
Hey, it's for the West. It's for the West.
Still Dre, and then California Love with Dr. Dre.
But you see, they was apparently he was refunding everybody whose zip code wasn't LA.
Who was?
If you bought tickets and you didn't have a LA zip code, he refunded you your money.
Who did? Kendrick?
Wow. Like if you didn't have like an LA County, I know it.
If you're out of towner, you got your money back?
Back.
Why?
Because he wanted it to be for the city.
Wait, so the out of towners never got the tickets though, is what you mean?
Like you buy it on Ticketmaster, and then like 5 minutes later, your money's refunded. You get an email, your money's refunded.
Wow. And just to have YG up there, Mustard up there, Dre, like he had real people that grew up from the city, from the hood, and that's the reason. And that's the reason LeBron ass wasn't on stage. I don't think a lot of people know that. LeBron, you can't come up here. We love you.
You can be in the very front, bro, but you can't come on stage.
It's not your time now, brother. We love you, but it's not your time.
And only Doc can do that because Drake would have had him up there. You know what I'm saying? And wouldn't have stood on that like that. But Doc told him, he said, "Look, bro, I love you with everything in me, but you can't come up. This is only LA, cuz we can bring Kawhi up. With Kawhi, even Dago, he can't even come up.
Brother, to have you perform a diss song 4 or 5 times,
and the crowd still want a 6th, 7th time,
bruh. With every gangster in LA within a 30-mile radius.
Kawhi is from LA, so maybe he was probably there in the back though.
He don't pop out and show anybody, so that's not his.
He's probably in the base.
He's not that type of guy, but he was probably definitely there. But it's like to perform a song 4, 5, 6 times, no backtrack. The crowd is screaming, certified lover boy, certified pedophile, OV ho.
What?
I'm gonna do my stuff. And it's probably a nigga to say it's probably a minor and let the crowd sing it for 10 to 20 seconds and then drop it from the top after A minor.
It was like
Hey,
me the first time I heard it. It
brother,
was like me because I let it rock for A minor and I snatch it back to the top. Snatch it
brother,
back.
that's art in its highest form. This was,
Yeah,
this is, but
that was
this is dog.
Beethoven, Mozart. You
Nigga,
know what I'm saying?
this is Game 6, LeBron in Boston.
Yeah.
This is
Black
Tatum,
Mask LeBron.
bruh. This is Tatum 50 points, Game 7 against Philly. This
Giannis
is,
closed out 50 ball, triple double.
bruh. It's this. This was one of them. Like, if I gotta put it in sports terms, this was Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
50-point triple double. Game 7 close.
Dog. Like, and oh my
Brown,
god. And I
Brown
and I
MVP from the opening tip off.
bro,
Every
and
time he
it's
touched the
like
rock. MVP.
I love Drake, I love Kendrick, but what Kendrick did is undeniable. Right. This is a moment in hip hop that'll forever be remembered.
Forever.
Like, for the entirety of time, just because what was done successfully and it was performed. But on the other end, let me tell you this. On the other end, obviously Drake has a cult following, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on that other end, that first Drake show, Drake doesn't have Not Like Us and Euphoria, right? Push Ups is gonna rock out. We might not think that highly of it. Push Ups is gonna rock out.
I mean, bro, but we know his fan base is so solidified at this point, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And like, they're gonna bring the noise for that. And then Family Matters, they're gonna bring the noise for that.
Bro, I mean, he took him down off all streaming though, so he might not.
It doesn't matter. They know the word refer. But I think
What I'm
also
saying though, he might not even pull them back up because you
you
pull
have
them out
to.
if you want to.
No, you have to.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, your boy might be back on stage in LA at crypto the next
You
day.
have to. I don't care what
You
you
say
do. You
free
have to.
concert for the hood. He say free
You have
concert.
to, bro. And it's like,
But you got bro, Kendrick might go stand on top of the Hollywood sign and perform for free. Like,
it could.
you know
But
what I'm saying? So, like, you
but
can't you gotta stop poking the bear, bro.
I don't think he's poking the bear. I think you, if you could perform yours, I could perform mine. But
Yeah,
also, but also, those are two very different songs. Like, Drake's songs don't have that pop
that,
to it. You
bro,
know that.
this was gonna be award nominated for a Grammy. Best
Yes,
song.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because it's a great song. Like, it has the hook, it has the beat, it has the bridge, it has the verse. It's easy to sing along to. You know what I'm saying? The words are the verses are not long winded, or it's a good song. It's easy to sing along to.
A
It's a
minor.
disgusting beat, and it has great phrases.
Yeah.
Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? That's easy to say.
We still need answers. We still need answers. Why is
And
he
it's like
around?
that Ken and friend,
That was special work.
that was a special moment. And to do that shit on Juneteenth.
After Bruh said you rap like you try to free the slaves. Yeah, don't worry about it.
And
Watch this.
and
Non-black man, let me show you how to do this.
and then I didn't see a first of all, I didn't see a light skinned nigga on stage.
Intentional.
That shit was pure.
If you don't have four black
That
grandparents, you can't be on this stage.
nigga, that shit was pure.
Gotta have 4 black grandparents to be on this stage.
If you was a little Absol was the lightest nigga there. And he's TD.
What you say, Absol?
That nigga had on Nike Shocks. He didn't come to fuck around. I ain't seen Nike Shocks in 15 years, brother.
Shit, I don't think I own a pair of Shocks since we hooped together.
Bruh. He didn't come to play around, but I think I just love that moment for hip hop so much. Props to Drake and Kendrick. They both, like, because we see a lot of. First of all, I don't think there's another rapper that would have the balls to go at it with Kendrick. I can't think of one that would straight up diss Kendrick, like make a whole diss song.
Oh,
No,
at this point, absolutely not.
I don't think before there was one.
I like that too.
Except for J. Cole.
He ain't really mean
And honestly, he probably had the best diss song out of everybody. That's the crazy part.
person shooter? Oh, you
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
no? He
Seven
dropped
minute drill,
7 minute drill. Yeah, 7 minute drill
bar,
was hard.
bruh.
He didn't even let us listen to it enough.
Bruh, because first of all, I think he's the only rapper that raps as good as Kendrick right now. He's probably the only one, and personally, I think he may rap a little bit better. But I get why if you think Kendrick raps better,
Because
they're
he ain't got
both
this thing like Kendrick do.
yeah. Well, they're both. I think they're both easily the two best rappers.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
not art not artists, but rappers. But and I would have loved to see because Cole was the only one that could match Kendrick's pen probably. And Drake has a great pen, but Kendrick's pen is fucking special. Um, but yeah, I think it was just a great moment for hip hop. I want to get back into. We forgot to talk about the College World Series. Tennessee got them one.
shout out to them young brothers out there, man. They had some brothers out there doing their thing.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
First ever baseball championship program history.
Really?
Yeah,
And who did they play?
Texas A&M.
Okay. Um, did they have a lot of prospects in this series that are
So the best player in this series was Christian Moore, who actually hit for a cycle in Omaha in one of the games, not in the College World Series
mm-hmm.
championship, but in I think the round before he actually hit for a cycle. Second baseman for Tennessee, young brother out there. I mean, he's about 6'1". Let me pull up his bio real quick. But he's a great ball player, bro. Christian Moore, Tennessee infielder, electric bat, good hands. I mean, 2 time. Let's see, first team All American. First team All. It's so many different publications, but this year he was named to 3 different first team All American teams. He was named to 2 second team All American teams. First team All SEC, District Player of the Year, um, Player of the Month in May, Dick Howser Trophy National Player of the Month in May. Just a dog, bro. 6th player in program history, the third in the last 3 seasons to hit for a cycle during the game, plus a walk-off winner that was against Florida State in College World Series. I mean,
I think
total. Go ahead.
I think one thing I like about the men's college world series is the parity. Like there's different one every year, you know.
So
And
check this out, right? Tennessee was the first ever #1 overall seed to win the national championship since 1999. Miami did it. Mm-hmm.
wow.
So like really, it's been a curse. Like everybody who's ever
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
and like so in college baseball, everybody's like you want to be 2. Like that's kind of the thing
Yeah.
because you don't want to be 1 because you're gonna get
That's
slaughtered.
25 years, dog.
Yeah, and they're the only 2 #1 seeds to ever win the College World Series
Ever. So it's only 2 ever.
ever.
Wow. And it's so different from women's because we see the same Oklahoma, Texas, like Oklahoma been running shit for 5 years now.
Alabama, LSU, Florida, Oklahoma. I
Yeah.
mean, Oklahoma won 4 in a row. So
No, it's great. And it kind of reminds me of the NBA a little bit with the parity we've had the last 5 years. We've had 5 different champions in the last 5 years with the NBA. Because like I think it makes it much more exciting because you just never know. Because every team that has won had a different recipe, right? So with the Celtics, they did not have the recipe the Nuggets had, and the Nuggets didn't have the Warriors recipe, and the Warriors didn't have the Bucks or the Lakers recipe. I think that's a beautiful thing for that. Yeah, no, but it's always good to see teams dominate, and I know Knoxville's going because Knoxville's one of those cities, one of those crazy man.
It's one of them ones.
I went to I spent a weekend in Knoxville for I think it was a college football game, and they're definitely y'all don't kill me. They top 15 I think in pregame and in pre-gaming. They probably top 15, top 10. I've been in some pre-games, man. I've been in some pre-games. Um, I actually want you to speak a little bit about your weekend in Birmingham.
Okay, excellent, bro. So let's talk about it. Just last week, Major League Baseball had been working on this project for a couple years now.
Hmm.
A tribute to the Negro Leagues. As we've seen over the last couple months, Major League Baseball has, is trying to integrate and preserve the history of the Negro Leagues because they're finally starting to understand and rally behind and get behind the importance of the Negro Leagues and its history. So down in Birmingham, at the oldest living stadium in the United States, Rick Wood Field, built in 1910, which was once a minor league stadium as well as it was the home of the Birmingham Barons, who Michael Jordan actually played for in the White Sox organization. So it was
Hmm.
part of that organization, as well as it was the home of the Birmingham Black Barons, who were part of the Negro National Leagues. So just a salute to the oldest stadium out there. They brought a game down, the Cardinals and the Giants, the home of Willie Mays. He's from literally 7 minutes away from Rickwood Field. The plan was to honor him and have he and his family be a part of this tribute and, this 114 years of history at Rickwood Field. Unfortunately, he passed away literally the day before. So he wasn't able to make the trip. His son did make it out and received massive love. And it turned out it went from a tribute to a celebration of life of Willie Mays, the greatest player to ever play the game of baseball, the most well-rounded, the most complete, most talented, most skilled. Just when you think of the game of baseball, Willie Mays is. If you know baseball, Willie Mays should be the first person that comes to your mind when you're trying to draw up a perfect ball player. So to have that MLB game there, it's a little bit more personal to me because I actually went to Miles for a semester. I actually played on that field as my home field for one
Oh
season,
wow.
my college career. Yeah, and the field, the condition was always beautiful. Now the infrastructure of the stadium itself was in need of a lot of work. MLB came in, did what they could, and really it was a breath of fresh air. And just to see the field at MLB level, it was unbelievable. I mean, it was probably one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in my sports life, man. It's a lot of people, a lot of former Negro leaguers there, about 50. They had the opportunity to be celebrated and recognized, and they got the opportunity to meet some of the greatest to ever play the game. I mean, Barry Bonds is there, Derek Jeter's there, David Ortiz is there, King Griffey Jr. is there, CC Sabathia is there. I mean, these guys are there. There's a whole bunch of guys that I just didn't name, but I wanted to just throw those big names out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was such a great time, man. The history, the legacy of Rickwood Field, and then now the coolest part about all of this to me, I think, is that the fact that the Miles Division II baseball program, they get the opportunity to keep this field. Now, their field is now they're playing on a field that's MLB level caliber,
Right.
MLB standards, and I think that's the greatest thing that comes from all of this. Salute to Willie Mays and everything that who he is, who he was, and who he will forever be in our hearts. Salute to MLB for taking the time and the resources to facilitate this. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. The city of Birmingham, man, they showed up and showed out. It seats 9,000. I think it was 8,333 for at attendance when the final tally was done. So, I mean, what a time! What a week! It was a celebrity softball game. It was a Metro Boomin concert. It was a lot that happened, man. It was, the tickets to the game itself were over $300. So they did a raffle for the residents of Birmingham. So there were some people that live in the area because this stadium's in the west end of Birmingham, bro. Like,
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah. No,
really
Birmingham. Yeah,
in them parts.
Birmingham.
It's in them parts.
Yeah, Birmingham is a rough city. It's
But
been rough.
specifically where the park is like in the rough.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's just Birmingham is not one of those places that get to see this many people in one place at one time often, right? Like they don't
First
have
ever,
any
first ever major league game played in the city.
right, and it's like they don't have any pro sports teams in any American leagues.
They're not hosting regionals for NCAA's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They'll get conventions and conferences, maybe some concerts. Their biggest event every year is going to be the Magic City Classic between Alabama A&M and Alabama State. That's their biggest
Mm.
thing every year.
Yeah, and it's good that the event that was held in Birmingham was a black event
Yeah.
respecting black players because they are a part of history and they have always been a part of history and black players have carried the game so far,
Mhm.
specifically in baseball.
And all, I
Because
mean, you got to think. I mean, Jackie Robinson was the first athlete to integrate sport, professional sport. You know,
100%.
like
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and look at sports now, like it's full of them, and not only black people that open the doors for Dominicans and Costa Ricans and
Asian.
Europeans, Asians, exactly. So just what they did with that league and how it opened up so many other doors. And speaking of doors that got open,
Uh-oh.
big door got open today. Hey man, father of the year, LeBron James. Easily is father of the year. He might be father of all time, bro. Because not to say his son doesn't belong in the NBA. I definitely think he does. Because we watch the NBA. Every player is not LeBron James in the NBA. Every player is not Derek White. Every player is not even Sam Hauser.
I was about
You
to say,
feel what I'm saying? That's not every player. So it's like, and to see a black person open up doors for their family, for their people is beautiful because other races do it all the time. We see people within these professional organizations, their dad is the owner, their son is the GM, their other son is vice president, their sister is operations. You know what I mean? Like we see this all the time in
the
sports.
husband, the husband's the head, the chief financial officer, and the wife is something undisclosed.
Come on, bro. Like, and the niece is a lower level, but she's still making $200,000 a year, whatever she's doing. And it's like, how could you be mad at LeBron? We've
Can't be
seen this in every sport so
every bit.
many times. Like we see this in business. We see this, and like why? Like if that was your son, what would you do?
Exactly.
I'm gonna get his ass to the league,
Especially if I'm
and
Bron, I have that
it's
power.
and exactly, and it's not for my personal gain. My son wants to be in the NBA. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help him get in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It's like we see this every day, but I think it's such a beautiful thing, and it's so I don't know. There's two ways I think about this, right?
Okay, go ahead. Take off.
The first way is he's in a great position. He's with his dad. One, he's not going to be late to practice a lot. He's not going to miss a lot of practice. He's not going to get caught partying out too much. He's going to be with his dad, and your dad is going to make sure you're okay with, or you're on you're on the right path. He's going to do his best to put you on the right path. So in that aspect, I think that's tremendous for Bronny that he has that role model, that he has somebody genuinely looking out for him, always has his best interest, and is going to do whatever it is to help him get to where he wants to go. Now, the other way I look at that, like, Dad, give me a little space, let me rock out. I'm in a
Brother,
club.
that's
I'm
how,
in a club. I want two of these bad things. Let
that's how I was
dad.
thinking.
Dad, you've been married since you was married. You was with your girl before you even got to the NBA. Let me navigate this a little bit. Let me learn. I'm a 19, 20-year-old guy with a couple $100,000, a couple $1,000,000. I'm gonna go out and
I don't
party.
know. Obviously, you just do a crazy straight, Brian.
Well, I don't know this. I don't know the numbers,
He
but
got endless bread, bro. Yeah, I think he was
oh,
NIL.
personally, yeah. Okay,
NIL.
yeah. I forgot all about that. I'm a young guy. I'm an NBA player with a couple $1,000,000. I'm 20 years old, 21 years old. I'm gonna live a little bit, right?
Bro, I think he's 19.
But my thing is, I don't want my dad watching me get hosed.
Exactly. I'm with you, brother. Like this is what I'm sitting here thinking, right? Like me as a guy whose dad played in the league,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there like, there's no way in hell I want to play with my dad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because now I got to see the good, bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying?
It,
Like, now we're teammates, so it's like we're in the mix, but are we mixing? Like, what's like, are you two mixing? Like, what's
and it's so many different aspects of this relationship, right? You know,
and now, like, now the guys kind of got to choose a side, like in the locker
but
room.
this is my thing though. If okay, say LeBron James Senior fucks up, right? He makes a bad pass to his son,
I hold
and
him
his
accountable.
exactly, Dad, that's a bad passer. Like you can't tell
Like,
me
Bron, I need that here.
you feel me? Don't yell at me because I'm your son, nigga. I'm your teammate. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad. Now I gotta stand my ground right here. You
I
can't
have to
ground
stand
me.
my ground.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a bad pass, Bron.
I got to stand my ground like I'm at a Florida gas station, brother.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. But how do you sit there with a straight face and yell at your father in front of 10 grown men?
In front of 20,000 people.
And your father is actually wrong. How do you do
It's
that?
hell.
And he's been nothing but be supportive. And you say that's a damn bad pass, or come on, or you yelling at your dad. But
Tighten up, bro.
not because you're a mad son, because you just a teammate.
We're hooping.
How do you navigate that, bro?
I hold everybody accountable. How does JJ Redick handle this here? First year coach. Now you got
You got
Bron,
history. You got history
Bron,
on you.
Bron Jr. and Crybaby AD. That's a lot. That's JJ got a lot on his plate right now.
And this is the thing about that situation, right? If this was the same situation, but let's say this shit is happening in Minnesota or this shit is happening in Portland, it's a lot different. These are the LA Lights, though.
The Lakers.
Right. This would still be crazy because it's LeBron James and it's JJ Redick. But when you put that in Los Angeles and then you put it for the Lakers, that shit turns up a million.
We said up
So
a
it's
million.
bro, and it's like, I'm so interested in how Bronny and LeBron play together because like you can't talk to me like I'm your son on the court.
Not, will not.
You have to respect me as a player. And
Damn.
but this is the thing though, like right. This is my thing. This is what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
You LeBron James Jr., LeBron James Sr. been going at it all practice as teammates. They had practice from 2 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah's cooking dinner at 7:30 at the house.
Taco Tuesday.
What's the vibes when y'all had a practice and y'all was beefing, but now y'all having dinner together? How do you turn off that father-son switch, turn on the teammate switch, and vice versa? You know what I mean? And not take it home with you, or
I mean, I think Bron's gonna have to be the one to bite the bullet on that. Like, this is what it's gonna have to be. Because he's got to let Bronny figure out who he is and who he is.
100%.
Who he is in this league, security in his. So he's got to. He's the one that's going to have to be like, all right, like I'll step back, I'll watch out, I'll let you cook because I'm solidified. The greatest, well, not the greatest scorer, but the most accomplished scorer in the history of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest to ever do it. And
But
so,
I don't think you. I'm not gonna say that. I don't have no idea how hard it is to be that close and to let your son fuck up just to learn when he's doing it right in your face. And I'm not talking about doing anything bad or getting in trouble. I'm just
that's
saying
what he got to do.
growing as a basketball player and as a player outside of the NBA. You're right there, and like you're a father. It's gonna be hard to say nothing at all. You know what I mean?
Absolutely right, bro.
I think there's so many different aspects of that relationship that are gonna be interesting. Savannah gonna have a lot on her plate. We having dinner at 7:30. LeBron, we're not talking about why Bronny wasn't on the help side off the pick and roll. You
Right.
know what I mean? Shut that shit down, man. Like when we're home at dinner, this is not film.
This is what he got to do, though. You got to tap in. You got to tap in with Griffey Senior, man.
That's true.
Tap in with Griffey Senior.
That's
Somebody's
true
been
because
there before. He's got the blueprint. But see, the difference dynamic in it, and that is Griffey Senior already knew Jr. was way better than he was ever going
Yeah,
to.
100%.
And so now it's a little different because Bron. I mean, it's going to be impossible for Bronny to be greater than Bron.
Yeah.
So you got to tap in with Griffey Senior and Griffey Jr. He need to go to lunch with both of them and just sit down and get Griffey Jr.'s perspective so he can understand where Bronny's coming from and how he's feeling.
Mhm.
And then really tap in with Griffey Senior and be like, "Look, bro, what do I do? How do I handle this?"
As a teammate of both of them, though, how do you are you allowed to get mad at Bronny and yell at him and get on his
Yeah,
ass?
got to. Got
You
to.
got to, but like not
Can't,
only not
can't
not
treat him no
only
different now.
that's what I'm saying, but I'm saying not only is that his fault, like that's your teammate, your teammate's LeBron, but LeBron will ship your ass out.
He will back your ass up.
He'll pack your ass up. So you better watch how you talk to his damn son. Because at the end of the
Fuck all that though. Nah, I don't see that happening. He gotta handle that as a man himself. I
that
can't be
is
there.
true. But it's just like, bro, there's no greater love than a parent to a child.
Yeah, but you got to think about this, bro. In theory, Bronny's going to be in the league longer than Bron has left, so he can't set that
From this
precedent.
day,
He can't
yeah.
be touched. You know what I'm saying? He has to let Bronny discover himself, stand up for himself, and be about his own business because that reputation of, I mean, first of all, the name's already there. So, but if the word started to spread that Bron just got him, got him he just doing the Godfather thing. He just watch over everything, and can't nobody say nothing to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's already a made man. That's
Mm-hmm.
not going to play well amongst the other guys, bro. So you got to let him find his own way. Got to let him stand on his own 2 feet.
So you think he's able to flip that parent teammate switch on and
I don't know if
off?
he is, but he gonna have to work on it. He gonna have to work on it.
And it's just like you gotta. So this is my situation. You got a 1 week road trip, 4 games. You hitting Charlotte. You hitting Charlotte, Atlanta,
DC,
Miami, and
Orlando.
DC. All right. You hit Atlanta and Miami on the weekends. You win both games. Y'all are going out. And I'm gonna ask you it both ways. You're LeBron James Sr.
Mm-hmm.
Your son is Bronny. Y'all are in these streets, man. How are you? Do you step back, let them work? You watch from a
Now, if
distance.
you're Braun now, bro, you just got to go home, go back to the Fountain Blue and FaceTime Savannah, bro. That's all you can do.
So you completely remove yourself from the same area.
Yeah, you got to jump on face because now you got a spot because I don't know what their dynamic is.
But you got to pay. You got to pay.
I'm sure Bronny's reporting back to Vanna like.
That's true. Bron, and I didn't even think of that aspect. If Bron ever had a side piece on the road, that's done.
It's cooked.
It's cooked. If he ever had a little thing in certain cities, shut that down.
Don't show your face, baby.
And so if you're LeBron James Jr., how would you want the night to go? Obviously, your dad's the big baller. He's gonna get you in. He's gonna get you at the table. He's gonna get the service. First of all, you can't show up there without your father.
Can't.
Because he's the guy to go to for these things. So your dad has to be there.
But I mean, you got to think though, his agent is still rich.
Yeah, for sure.
Rich can make anything happen, bro.
He definitely can. But I think it probably goes a little bit smoother with LeBron there.
Rich probably make anything Bron can make happen, bro.
He could, but I'm saying LeBron's face card.
That's a fact, though.
His face card is up there with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah.
So, but if you're the son, do you have dad? Spend an hour at the table. Dad, go. It's time to go home, Dad. Let me operate a little bit.
What you say?
ISO, Dad. ISO. Dad, I'm calling the ISO.
Kobe say, "Well, Kobe do this, that mean get the fuck out the way."
Yeah, Dad, let me work out. Watch out.
I mean, as a man such as yourself, who can overcome any set of obstacles placed in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I mean, but as a father, you know that.
If you're a true operator, you can operate.
That's 100% a fact. And as a father, I mean, you just know your son's gonna do some dumb shit. Like
And
everybody, he's 19. You're gonna do dumb shit until you're at least 23, at the minimum.
I'm gonna say that's minimum.
Minimum. I'm doing dumb shit at 26. So,
I definitely believe that.
yeah. So, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to,
I'm tapping into the dumb shit still at 28.
bro. You wanna remove yourself from the situation, but you also don't want your son doing the maximum dumb shit that he's gonna do. So, right. So,
And
like,
he's already shown us he has a propensity to do dumb shit.
oh my god. So, I think my thing is okay. I'm gonna let him rock out in Memphis and Charlotte by itself. Miami and Atlanta, I'm there.
Shit,
Houston, I'm there.
Charlotte is dangerous, but he won't be
Charlotte,
about because
Charlotte
you
is dangerous,
know who gets
100%.
Charlotte all the time?
Hmm.
He get in the mix with Bubba Chuck. Bubba Chuck be in the mix in Charlotte, bro.
I mean, he's a mixer. He's a mixer.
Bubba Chuck be in the mix in Charlotte.
What I was
You
gonna say though,
you got a chance to be shoulder to shoulder with Bubba Chuck in the club in Charlotte.
right? But you got to cut it. Yeah, you got to cut a deal with your pops. Pops, I need these cities dolo. There's a couple cities you have to go with though: New York, Atlanta, Miami, Houston, DC, LA. That's probably it.
Chicago.
Chicago and Phoenix as well. Chicago and Phoenix. Everywhere else pops. Let me rock out. New Orleans, I got New Orleans.
Salt
I
Lake
can
City, we just going to dinner anyway.
Portland. I can handle Portland. I can handle Memphis. Um,
Detroit, he needs supervision.
Detroit, he doesn't need to be outside. How about
He
that?
needs supervision.
Detroit, you need a good night's sleep.
Security.
Detroit, you need a good night's sleep. Minnesota, let me rock out.
Catch him a nice little cash dog. Cash dog junior.
That's sick work. Oh my goodness, that's sick work. But I think, oh man, that's such an interesting relationship just because of how great LeBron is, how important he is, and how famous he is. I mean, he's known in all 50 states.
Like you said, how important he is, just everything.
I mean, like you said though, somebody that's active is gonna get active anywhere. Dad, you're gonna have to watch me get on these hoes, and if you don't like it, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at me, Dad. Stop. You don't have to watch me talk to women. But do if you see, like I know you know who's who, right? And you know who's just trying to get to me for whatever reason. Inform me on that though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me know that.
Point me in the direction of Aldrez.
That's it. I think that was
Did you know she had a baby with Tyrod Taylor too?
who?
Dread.
Tyrod?
Tyrod Taylor, bro.
She actually might be this year's MVP.
Not they been had. I think. Yeah, they been had a baby though.
Tyrod but she still might be this year's MVP.
Yes, we should have included her on our list.
She has a baby by a nigga that's about to get $250 million
on the first one,
and then she getting child support from 2 other millionaires,
and didn't marry Buddy, so she can still get alimony for Scandrick.
All right, man. That
Sucker
was
of the century, Orlando Scandrick.
All 3 of them guys.
Nah, Scandrick though he took it to a next level, to another level.
Jalen Green took it to the worst level.
You see that video of them together?
Yeah, I don't.
Like he still walk like he a teenager,
bro. It's some sick shit. It is what it is. But he's been playing great basketball to finish the season off. He was playing magnificent.
He knew what
he was magnificent to finish the season off.
I need me to show me somebody how to be a man.
Oh, but he had to secure the bag, brother. You know that. He got a kid to take care of now, so here's what it is.
What a shark.
What do we have coming up now that NHL is over, the NBA is over?
Waiting on All-Star game, baseball
All-Star game. We got the NFL training camp coming up. Preseason is around the corner.
Yeah. We
got the Olympics. Oh wow.
Wow. It isn't even. It's that.
Oh, and I know this wasn't on our list, but What about this young fella Quincy Wilson? Have you heard of him?
For me.
16-year-old,
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
running at 400 like that, man.
Wildin'. With his
Dude,
school uniform on. He ain't
bro,
got no sponsors. He got my school uniform.
bro, he's 16 and he's not in his final form. And he's
Oh, he's
running like
going
a
to the Final Four.
bro, he's running like 44s in a 400.
Wilding out, bro.
He's
Wild
bro,
out, bro.
he's the next great thing out of America.
Made it to the 400 final at 16 at the U.S. qualifiers, Olympic qualifiers.
He's 16, bro.
That's crazy.
He's 16.
I love his sound after too, man. He was like, "Yeah, I didn't make it, but he was like, maybe I can make one of these relay teams."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "I'm
He,
only 16, so I mean, like, whatever. What do I really supposed to say?"
bro, he's gonna be so good for America for years to come, bro. Like he's
Because we need to move off of Noah Lyles.
we
we
have
need
to.
we
We
have
have to.
Noah
He
Lyles.
was
He's bad for the brand.
he won't be remembered.
He's bad for the brand.
He won't be remembered. You're no Justin Gatlin. You're no Tyson Gay. You know, you're none of those guys. Who's the other one? Justin Gatlin, Tyson Gay. Who's the third one that I'm talking about?
Carl Lewis.
No. They all raced in the same years recently. Gatlin, Gay, and it's one more. But you're none of those guys. You're good for the. Noah Lyles came at a vulnerable time for the U.S., bro. I'm gonna be honest.
He did.
We
We
were
was
real
down.
vulnerable. We were down bad. Our best guys were 36 and 40 and 35. Bolt retired. So we don't have yeah. You feel me? Like you caught us when we was weak. You know when you catch that girl soon as she break up with her boyfriend?
I don't know nothing about that, bro.
Let me tell you about it. Let me not. But when you get your heart broken, you're just real vulnerable, and then you kind of talk to whoever, you entertain whoever.
Oh, you remember Maurice Green? He was a guy.
Name sounds familiar, but
He
no.
was a guy early 2000s.
I think
He was Athens and Sydney. Those are his two.
we have to. The Olympics, I think, is going to be something to talk about. Obviously, USA basketball. What a roster they have this year too. I think they have just a really good roster. And I think we just we have to get back into track and swimming, like because we used to run the tables on both of those. Outside of Usain Bolt, of course, but the guy's been retired. But swimming for the males as well. There's no Phelps. We still have Katie Ledecky.
We got to see. I'm glad we got rid of Buddy. Locked in. Shithead.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what was that? Brazil? Where was that?
Rio wilding out.
Yeah, Brazil's not for everybody, bro.
Smearing our name out there. Smearing the name.
If you've been to Brazil, it's not for everybody.
And so some folks can't handle it.
It's a lot to handle down there.
Ryan Lochte on that list.
Not for him.
Can't handle it. He went Jesse Smollett on our ass out there.
Oh my God.
He went Jesse Smollett. He said, I got robbed.
Oh my God.
They robbed me for everything. Took my gold medal. You're drunk acting a fool, got your ass beat. Drunk acting a fool.
Why are you at gas stations in Brazil?
Knocking shit over. Like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, you got your ass beat. You got your ass beat in goddamn Spokane, Washington for that shit. Like,
bad look, bro. And
bad for the brand.
Bad for the brand. But yeah, I'm excited to see Olympics. I'm glad the Celtics won the NBA championship. It was a hell of a week, brother. It's gonna be hard to top this week.
We've been living life.
This is up there with, having kids and getting married. It's that type of week for me, brother. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I don't see you checking one of them boxes, so I was just
all right, bro. Hey. That's it for today. Nah, bro. We're not going there, bro. That's it, bro. Before you even go there, we're not going there. And thank y'all for watching. Hey, contrary to popular belief, I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy.
Fucking
I'm
slumlord.
I'm father material and I'm husband material. I'm not trying to put myself out there.
I ain't say which box, bro. I ain't say which box.
You said neither.
No, I said I don't know. I said one for sure.
Listen, I'm father material, I'm husband material. That's it for the day. Before this guy gets going on a Thursday, he likes to turn up a little bit on Thursdays. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. We got some more. May have something really special cooking. Not gonna say anything. Something really special may be cooking. Hopefully we can get it done. We're gonna put that out there if that's possible. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be back very soon. And thank y'all for watching.
Of why.